the game while the beat flows. At the sports bar where anything goes. Laughter and joy, we're in the zone. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm is where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm, it's where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Swing on by, don't miss the fun. At the sports bar, the best begun. Come back for more. 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 Come back for more.
Yeah, hello. You're on the swivel at the sports bar. Hey, listen, like the guy said, come back for more. You know I'm here every Wednesday, so welcome aboard. You're on the swivel. And listen, this is my channel, Unique Sports Talk, and this is a simulcast on my Marriage, Politics, and Sports channel as well. So we're just going to go through it. Maybe some of my fellas might come up. They might not, but we're just going to keep going. Listen, I'm just like the fan next door. You know, I'm not a Stephen A. Smith, even though I wish I was making his money. And we have a gem later on in this live between Stephen A. and Jason Whitlock. So you might want to stay tuned for that. That's closer to the end when we start talking about regular banter. Stephen A. goes in on Jason Whitlock, and kind of rightfully so. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing. You can go to his channel and find that out. But it's really something to behold. Well, anyway, so let's do some bookkeeping. You know, again, that's all the pleasantries. Hit the like button on the way in. If you could hype this channel up, do me a favor and hype it up when you get a chance. Share the link with some friends. Subscribe to the channel, this one on Unique Sports Talk, or the Marriage, Politics, and Sports, or both of them. Right? So when I talk about other specifically sports things, I'll probably put it on this channel, Unique Sports Talk. But this weekly show I have on both channels. So you just put whatever your thoughts in the chat. If I get a chance, I'll talk to them. And if you want to look at this on replay, then leave a comment and say, yeah, I was watching the replay. And you could just tell me a little bit about what you think about that. And let's just move on. What's next? The disclaimer. You know, so far I've been pretty good. You know, I haven't had any copyright strikes or anything like that. I try to just use everything in fair use as opposed to just regurgitating what other people are saying. It's just obvious that some people say certain things better than I can. So I use some of their content. So shout out to those creators. So everything fair use, fair use, fair use. So let's start with football. Um, let's start with football. Even though we're in off season, there's always something going on in football, right? So the mock draft hasn't changed much, but I'm gonna show this anyway. Turn that on. We don't need any music, but this is a mock draft. All right. So listen, if you look at this, I think the only thing that I really see that really stands out in this mock draft, and I think of course, things will change with trades and as things get a little bit more uh, uh, analyzed. There's only one quarterback in the first round. The first round, it's only one quarterback. You know, and I went through this a couple of times. I think I'm right. There's a bevy of receivers and cornerbacks and safeties and stuff like that, but just one quarterback. I think that's interesting. Now, this guy Mendoza, I mean, I've seen him play. People are high, not only high on him, they think he should go very first round, at the top of the draft. And I think that's the one thing that's probably going to happen for the Raiders. Now, I don't know how happy he's going to be going to the Raiders, but I can hopefully go into the bank with that big check and make them feel better. And hopefully they'll backfill him with some good talent on the Raiders. So we'll see. But anyway, that's the mock draft. So if there's any big changes, I'll probably show it in one of these weeks leading up to the draft itself. All right. What's next? All right, so what about some trades and some brief spotlight on what's going on with some trades? Who's the big man on campus of the noticeable trades and signings? So I'm kind of breezing through this just so we can, get through with football because it's not the main thing that's going on.
After tweeting that the Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl champion Jackson Smith-Njigba has got himself a brand new deal with the Seahawks, 4 years, almost $169 million. It averages over 42 a year, includes over $120 million guaranteed.
Now, that's some real good money for a receiver. Forget it, man. Listen, I hope he doesn't blow it on, being a baby daddy or something stupid like that. And
both of those set records for any wide receiver. He's now the highest paid wideout in NFL history. I have Orlovsky and J-Mac in here talking football today. Quick reaction, JSN breaks the bank.
So deserved and earned. This guy's a great, great player. He's also a great human being, which I always believe matters. Just to put into context how great his season was, I believe he had 1,792 yards receiving this year that led the NFL.
Yep.
Seattle threw the ball the least amount in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was, when it comes to as how many routes he actually ran, he was bottom 5 in the NFL. So he got little opportunity, but massive production. He's a superstar.
To your point, well-deserved. You talk about the type of person, the leader, the type of guy he is in that locker room. From a DB's perspective, matching up against Jackson Smith-Njigba, he gives you hell all game. Outside, inside, his ability to get open at every level, well-deserved. Think about his year. You just had an offensive player of the year, led in receiving yards, won the Super Bowl, and now the highest paid receiver in NFL history.
Good for him. Certainly well-deserving of it. He is a spectacular player. So that.
All right, so there you go. Just wanted to, things are going on in the NFL, even in the off season. This is the bookkeeping that goes on, and lucky for that guy, man. More power to him. That's some good money for a wide receiver. College football, it's supposed to be the off season, but people are talking about college football. I thought this was an interesting take by this gentleman here, where they look at March Madness against the college football playoff and, not how they relate to each other, but which one is better, which one is more suited. And if college football playoff ever got like March Madness, it would probably ruin the football season completely. So listen to this guy. I'm going to just put a few minutes of this guy up front. I don't know who this guy is. I'll probably end up putting his channel in the it's just regular banter. So I'll put his channel in the chat, not chat, but the description blog. And let's just see what
Gordon up in Champaign, Illinois, hit me and said, I got two questions. First off, what's the better product, the college football playoff or March Madness? And secondly, could we see a lack of upsets in the NCAA tournament because of portal and NIL bleed into football? Just a really good two-parter. Got the gears spinning earlier today. All right, first things first. There's no doubt in my mind, not a moment's hesitation. March Madness is a way better product.
Absolutely. Without question, March Madness is an institution. And so CFP is nowhere near that product. Nor can it be because of the nature of the sports. But this guy can.
In the college football playoff, just if we're judging postseason products. I didn't say the sport of basketball I prefer over the sport of football or anything like that. The NCAA tournament in college basketball as a standalone product is unmatched. The college football playoff doesn't come close to touching March Madness. Now, here's the follow-up to that. I hope I never say anything other than that. Because if the college football playoff ever becomes anything that remotely compares to March Madness in the NCAA tournament in college basketball, that means college football's regular season has gone up in smoke in terms of value. And so I never want to live in a world where the college football playoff even comes close to comparing.
Listen, I even have some trouble with the fact that they expanded the college football playoffs to what they've done already. And so, first of all, there's got to be some time and physical constraints to how much they could stretch and put new and more teams into the playoffs. And there's going to be some haggling over that to try to stretch it to 16 teams. Mark and remember this. They are going to try to do it because there's no bound to greed, okay? Even if it kills the regular season, I can imagine maybe 3, 4, 5 years from now, there's going to be 16 teams in college football playoffs.
To the NCAA tournament in basketball. When I mention the two sports, what comes to mind? Or I guess before I answer the second question, I should give you a little bit of the logic there. This, again, comes down to your worldview. Like, what do you enjoy? What do you value? There are a lot of folks out there, there are a lot of college football fans out there who value the playoff first and foremost. A lot of you probably feel that way. I don't happen to feel that way. I didn't grow up that way. I don't feel that way now. I think the regular season is the best part of our sport. The postseason is a thing we do after the best part of our sport. I don't look at pro sports that way. I don't look at the NFL that way. The NFL playoffs and then the Super Bowl, like those are the pinnacle of the NFL. College basketball. I largely don't watch college basketball during the regular season, but then when the NCAA tournament starts, I'm glued to it. So my view on college football is that it's unique unto any sport in the world and unique unto any sport in the American sporting scene.
Yeah, but what you just said is that for two things, for college basketball, you said you don't watch the regular season, you live for March Madness. And in football, pro football, you live for the playoffs. So there's some natural inclination to look at when the competition that is its highest. But in college football, you like the regular season games. But there's probably more people just waiting for the college football playoffs when every game counts, finally, as opposed to watching so many games across the college football season and all the plethora of bowl games that are worthless and useless. It's the playoffs that sharpens the axe, but there should be a limit to how many teams could be in there, right? So if the playoffs got too big, then the regular season would almost be meaningless. And I think that's what this guy doesn't like. But it's the CFP that's the big draw.
But what do you think about when I mention the sports? College basketball, college football. And I snap my finger. What's the first thing that comes to mind? I'll tell you, for me, what comes to mind with college basketball is the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. What comes to mind when I think of college football is a Saturday in the fall. Here's the key difference there. The first weekend of the NCAA tournament lasts 96 hours. Saturdays in the fall go on for 13 weeks. We get like 4 months of it. So I want to extend whatever the pinnacle of my sport is as long as possible. So that's why I always have preferred the construct of college football over college basketball. But the trade-off there is that means the postseason product of college basketball is going to be far and away superior to college football.
Yeah, so you kind of get where he's coming from, and I'll disagree. So I just found this randomly looking for something to say about college football. This will probably be a interesting panel discussion with folks who like college basketball, college football, to talk about this. So I thought this was interesting. So this is Josh Pate's college football show. You can look him up and if you see what other kind of content he has. So I thought this was pretty interesting. So I just thought I'd share that with everybody. All right. So that's interesting. The National Basketball Association. Okay. You know, that's what's next. I just keep going through them, you know. So this is just the standings. I think we're going to talk a little bit more about basketball in this thing, but I just wanted to go through some of the standings. Again, it's not much new, right? We know who's at the top, the Pistons and the Thunder. The Celtics are going to be the sleeper in the playoffs. Looks like the Knicks tied for second place right now. They got one more loss in the loss column. The Lakers, you know, they get so much negative press, and they're solidly they're right there in third place. They're going to be challenging in the West. I don't think they're going to win, but I think LeBron knows that his days are numbered. And if he doesn't win a championship this year, he's not going to win one. And him trying to jump on another team after his Laker run is over, is now he's already overstayed his welcome in the NBA. He needs to leave so the NBA can move on. That's just my feeling. You know, he needs to leave. Even if it's still even if he has games left, he has a whole life and a whole empire to build. It's time to go. It's time to go, LeBron. Anyway, so there you go. There you have it. We'll be, just in a little while, we'll be looking at the play-in games from 7 to 10. We're like a month or so away from that, a month and a half. So there you go. That's the NBA. 1 million games. All right. So the sweethearts from this is the Sweet 16 for the men's bracket. Okay. Starts tomorrow and Friday. So we're going to be whittling this thing down to, 8, I guess, after the Sweet 16 is over. So we're going to have some good basketball in the next 2 days, right? Because that's when the rubber starts to meet the road. We'll probably get an upset or two. It's good to see St. John's still alive. And my old Big East days, man, St. John's used to be one of the teams. It's good to see Michigan still there. Texas. So it should be a UConn, of course. The UConn's women's team is a monster. UConn's men's team is always competitive. The Big East showing improvement. Duke, of course. The team with the six man always on the court, the refs. So we're at the Sweet 16. Get your popcorn and everything ready for starting tomorrow. We're going to have some good basketball. I think some people love the Sweet 16 more than anything else, but the rubber meets the road, okay? And for the Honeys, they're down to this, whoever. The real thing with the women is who is going to beat UConn. Is anybody going to beat UConn? What's going on, Vic? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I heard you talk about LeBron, man. Leave my guy alone. Leave my guy alone, man.
That's why I left your ass in the back for a little while, man. So I had to say what I had to say. You know what I'm saying?
Leave the king alone.
It's time for the king to leave, man.
Man, I couldn't help it. I had to bring you back to that comment, man. Come on,
yo, brother.
He's earned it, man. He's earned it. He's earned to live on his own terms.
I'm not trying to take away what he earned, man. I'm just saying that listen, at some point, the king has to step down.
Under his own terms, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Did you ever watch Alien Covenant? You ever watch the Alien movies?
No.
So the Alien movies had the guy Whaling, Mr. The big CEO of a major company called Whaling's, right? He's the one who finances all of the space stuff to go to these planets to find these killer creatures and shit. But he's 190,000 years old and he wants to live forever. And he has a hungry daughter, right?
Yeah.
And his daughter, goes into his room and looks at him and says, it's time for you to die, Dad. So
Oh my
I
God.
take off. Yeah, says straight up. She said, a real king knows when it's time to step down. Get the hell out of here. She looking him straight in the eyes. It's time for me to reign. Your reign is over. You did the best you could do. Get the hell out of the way.
We can still contribute, man.
Yeah, what the guy can't. The guy has this mechanical suit so he could actually walk. Yeah, he's old. He's if you ever saw him in a movie, he's like he needs to go.
Let me tell you something,
Yo, man, you
Before,
got someone in the background, man. You got the TV on or something?
oh, 1 second. Before it's over, the Bruins gonna have a 50-point game.
And so what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's not washed up, is what I'm trying to tell you.
See, you keep misunderstanding. I didn't say he's washed up. You got a TV on or something, man?
I'm looking for the remote so I can turn it down.
Oh, okay. As opposed to getting up and turning it down. You probably don't know how to turn it down without the remote.
I got it. It's down, man.
You know what? Shit, man. If I didn't have my remote, I might not know how to turn down my TV.
No, but my TV is all the way up in the by the settings too high for me to reach.
That's funny. That shit is funny, man. Everybody heard it now, man. Everybody heard it. They know you're like 5'2". God damn it. Man. Listen, man, I'm not saying LeBron is not good. It's time for him to move.
But why do you think that?
Because he's 43 years old.
Because of his age. That's age discrimination, man.
Listen. It's time. Well, yeah, I say the same thing about Trump. Get your ass out of there. First of all, I don't think we should never elect a guy. I'm not getting into politics. That's over 65 years old. Never.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so he's the last old dude we should see at that position. So at some point, you got to move over and let the young guys reign. As long as LeBron's staying around, he's stepping on guys like Luka and SGA and all of the new stars that need to shine bright. They can't shine bright with his old ass in there sucking up oxygen.
Yeah, but the past few games, man, he's not trying to take over, He's mainly passing.
That's why he should retire.
Yeah, it's not really his game.
Yeah, man. Move on, brother.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It's not really him.
Let the game breathe. And you've done your part. He's done his part.
And guys, he's already a billionaire too, so he doesn't need the money. That's for sure.
No, it's not for the money. His head is just too big, man, because he knows that no matter what he does, he can make millions and billions. He can make millions and millions of dollars off the court. But he's never going to get the kind of accolades that he's getting by playing basketball. And some guys find it hard to leave to let it go.
No, but I think he's staying because of his son, Bronny, because he knows once he's gone,
he's not staying to save his son, man. His son.
I think so, man.
He's not staying because his son is going to be perfectly fine whether he's playing in the NBA or not.
Nah, I think once he leaves, man, LA's gonna drop Bronny.
Yeah, but that's not why he's staying.
Okay, I think it might be one of the reasons.
It's easy to say, but he knows his son is going to be perfectly fine whether he plays in the NBA or not.
I know, but I'm saying, but he wants his son to play in the NBA, and he knows that he hasn't taken off yet.
His son is not going to take off. We know what his son ain't going to take off. Okay, listen. Okay, so you listen. You got anything?
I'm saying perhaps another year. I don't know. Maybe give him another chance.
Son ain't gonna take off, brother.
He's not that good.
Listen, every player in the NBA has a cap, even the great ones. Some guys, he's not going to get any. He's a middling player at best.
Wow. Okay.
He's not going to. This is his third year, right? Second or third
Second.
year.
Second.
Yeah. So listen. He is what he is. He's not gonna. He's not gonna turn into some SGA or some shit like that.
Okay.
He's not. I can guarantee you that.
Ah,
Anyway, man, the WNBA, the Honeys, right?
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna see a little bit about. So they are ratifying their deal, and here's a little bit about some of the details in the deal. So you might like this because you're pro Honey, and so here's what she says at the end of this is something she could have left out, but let's go ahead and listen to it.
The WNBA get to a verbal agreement on the CBA, $7 million salary cap.
Ooh.
Previously, 1.5. The
Wow.
new Supermax salary is 1.4 million, $600,000 average salary. That is
Wow.
crazy. And then $300,000 minimum salary. And the
Wow.
biggest point was they wanted to be part of gross revenue, not allowing the WNBA to net their expenses and keep their receipts behind closed doors. They wanted to immediately be a part of that revenue. So they got 20% of shared gross revenue. And then the 1.4 for Supermax, the
It's not
entire
bad.
salary cap for a team last year was 1.5. And now
Wow.
one player can make 1.4.
So now,
Wow.
before we go on,
That's
I
great.
said that Agent Asia Wilson should have been $1 million player with or without this new deal. But go ahead. Was you gonna say something?
No, I'm saying that's great. I mean, that's great for them, and that's great for the WNBA because
Yeah.
now you have more players who want to go into the WNBA now
Well,
because
no,
they're actually getting
no.
paid.
I don't think it's gonna have more players wanting to go. That women who play sports coming out of college, they're gonna go to the WNBA. But you're right, it's gonna be more lucrative. So no doubt about that. They may be going to Europe or going to Russia, getting put in jail because you're bringing marijuana with you. You know.
It feels good to see this league full of women, Black, queer women feel heard.
Now that last part was absolutely unnecessary.
Yeah, that's true. Why they mention that? That was
Yeah,
a mistake.
thank you. I'm not alone.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
has nothing to do with it.
that has nothing to
She's
do with
mixing apples and oranges
exactly.
because they have, the WNBA is not a queer league. I mean, you have women who are gay, but it's not a queer league. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. Yeah, and it's not necessarily. You know what? It's not. I would submit that the percentage of white American ladies in the WNBA far exceed the amount of white American players in the NBA.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
For sure, right? And
For
then
sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and most of them ain't. Probably most of them are. A lot of them are straight too. So
Of
it's just
course.
this constant virtue signaling that black women do, black people do in general, not just the women.
Yeah.
But it was unnecessary. That's not
No,
why
no,
they got.
yeah.
That's not why they got the deal.
Yeah. I don't know why she said that actually. That's kind of weird.
Because they can't hold back on virtue signaling and all this identity politics bullshit. Anyway, NHL, here's their playoffs start soon enough. Just like the NBA, they play 865 million games. And
too much.
Yeah, it's just too much. And so they're winding down. So sometime in April, I believe they start their playoffs. And all the hockey fans out there, just hold your horses. It's coming. Playoffs are coming.
Yeah.
All right. So other sports banter. Okay. And we're going to talk a little bit about this, but maybe not right now. Jimmy Butler's baby mama. She's getting $55,000 a month.
Dang.
And she wants more.
What? More?
She wants more. But let's talk about this. So she wants $10,000 more per month so she could hire a nanny. So not only is she getting $55,000 a month, she wants money so she doesn't even have to watch the kids anymore.
I tell you, man, the term child support should be renamed to something else because I don't call that child support. There should be another name for it.
Well, here's another thing. They're
I'm
not
serious.
married, so they have 3 kids, and they're not married. So he didn't marry her, and so this $55,000 a month is cheap compared to if he was married this chick. Okay,
Oh, I thought it was just one kid. Oh, okay.
he
3.
got
All
3
right.
kids,
Ooh.
but still not $55,000 a month to take care of 3 kids. So here's the thing. But let's look at it from this way, and we'll get, because I have a question on this before. At the end of this year, but at the end of 27, his gross salary from the NBA is going to be $434.6 million.
Oh, no wonder why she
So,
wants more.
well, hold on. Let's ask the question a different way. So right now he's paying her what, $700,000 a year, right? Something like that.
Mhm,
5,
mhm.
yeah, something like
About
700,000.
6 and change here.
Yeah, 6 and change, right? And he's going to do it for the next 18 years or however old the youngest kid is. Okay.
Dang.
But compared to the fact that he's going to net probably $200 million, is that really a big deal? We'll
Very
answer
tough,
it now. Just think about it.
very tough question.
Yeah, well, ain't that really that? I mean, that's what I'm saying. But remember now, regardless of how he feels about the chick, those 3 kids are his.
Yeah, but it don't cost that much to raise them, though, is my point.
Yeah, but listen, that's almost immaterial, right? Because they're gonna. The reason why he's paying so much is because he makes so much. But the
Yeah.
truth, if I was Jimmy Butler, his lawyers are fighting this, by the way. But if I was Jimmy Butler, I'm saying if I gotta hire you a nanny, then I want full custody of the kids, and let me hire the nanny, and I don't have to pay you shit. You know, that's what I would. That would be my counter argument. Because what do you want a nanny for? So she doesn't even have to watch the kids, so she can go out, you know, having her sexual fun and anything else, you know, that she wants, and she don't have to watch the kids no more.
Well, she wants to head into his pocket, man. That's the bottom line.
Well, yeah, but
she don't need that money. She don't need the money, man.
Listen, the money is it's all relative. If I'm a broke government employee, $55,000 sounds like a lot. But if I'm gonna make $400 million, it don't sound the same.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so we can talk about that.
I don't see her very well. She's Hispanic?
She's just, you know, listen. This is the stereotype of the Black American athlete. They find the most ambiguous women when they get money. She can't be black. She can't be white. She's got to be some ambiguous kind of woman, because that's what they're attracted to, right? He wanted some beauty on his arm. And so he's not going to go down to the hood and get one of the hood boogers or anything like that. He's not going to get a typical black, you know, so they all fall for the ambiguous looking woman.
Okay. I see it better now. Yeah, she ain't Spidey. She looks European.
Well, and of course you would know because you're my expert. That's why I brought you in here, so you could tell me what she is.
That comment that girl made about the queer, that's a silly example. That comment was uncalled for. A perfect example.
You know, every so often you gotta call in the experts every so often.
Same comment about the WNBA, man. That she made. You made that same comment.
Oh man, you know, listen, man.
It's all good.
Thank you for your expertise, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I'm just gonna blow it off, man. No comment.
No comment. All right, no comment, man. No comment. Hey, listen, man, I got a little collection of buzzer beaters, man, just for the hell of it, man. From these young boys out there playing basketball. Let's look at a little bit of these buzzer beaters.
Wow. Steph Curry. What? Wow. With one hand? Oh, that's crazy. Nah, that's bro. That's AI, man. That's AI.
That's not AI.
That's AI, man.
That's not AI, man. That's not
Fake
AI.
news. Fake news. Fake news. AI.
Man, hey, listen, man. Those are a little collection of buzzer beaters that I found. I thought that was, young. I mean, that's exactly how it would happen, man. This guy's going
Wow.
crazy.
Destiny, yeah, meant to be.
So this is your boy, man.
KD.
KD. There's
Yeah,
some brothers
that's what
talking
There's
about.
things over the weekend that we missed. We got to talk about, man. The Rockets took care of the Heat 123-122, man. Shout out to KD passing MJ on an all-time scoring list. Load it up.
Next year's Kobe's turn.
Historic B-Hen.
Next year's Kobe.
On how many less attempts?
2,200.
We know KD
Pass
is
MJ on
efficient,
2,200
bro.
less.
Let him talk. Don't speak while he's speaking.
Everybody that invested in me, on my friends, family, teammates, coaches, couldn't be here without them.
Easy money. And he had some injuries too. Could have been third already.
Great
Shout out to
speech, KD, on 22 less shots.
22 less shots.
2,200.
Wow.
He's the
that's
greatest
big.
scorer to ever do it.
I ain't mad at that.
Best score of all time?
I think it's Bron, if you look at the list, but it's cool.
How he does it.
Respect.
Get for passing Jordan.
Nah, for real.
Jordan only played for 10 years.
They better chill for Jordan come back on the 10 day.
I'm just saying, though.
Jordan
Mike,
didn't
though,
play that long, though.
He only played for like 10 years.
yeah, Mike played 13 years.
Yeah, like
And
he
I
would've
still
played-
shot less than you.
he's efficient than a motherfucker. I give you that.
Do that math.
That's a fact.
Do that math.
That's a
nigga.
fact.
Carry the one.
KD is the most efficient scorer ever.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Yeah, if I played 4 more years
Yeah.
than you, but I still shot 2,200 less shots.
Jordan was
Comfort.
getting that motherfucker up. He had to, though, man. Respect.
Nah, man.
Nah, shout out to
KD.
He
KD.
ain't
Y'all
shoot
love.
threes, though. That's
He
the big
did.
thing. He ain't shoot no threes.
He did.
And he
If
ain't
he
shoot
would-
as many free throws, though.
If he would have played 18 or 19 years, bro, that record would be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
If
yeah.
he didn't retire, when after the first three-peat,
He didn't retire. He was suspended.
That's just
And he
crazy
could-
that he did that, bro.
he shot 50 for it. Yeah,
If
like,
they- see, even with KD doing what he's doing, they're trying to say that if MJ would have played as long and didn't have that break, he still would have been, his numbers would have still been incredible.
Yeah, but the fact that KD did it with 2,200 less shots, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. See,
Tyson.
I'm not sure if they said. That's where I get it mixed up. Is it did MJ get there with less shots because KD played a lot longer?
No. KD passed him with 2,200 less shots.
That's how you interpret what they said.
Yeah, well, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Go
no,
back
I
and
just
rewind
think-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, man.
Because, MJ was shooting at 30 shots a
Yeah, he
game.
was. But you're right. KD is one of the most efficient scorers in the game.
Exactly. Jordan was
Yeah.
shooting 30 shots a game or shit.
Yeah, MJ was chucking, boy. MJ chucked. Boy. He hit a lot of shots, but he was chucking, man.
Oh, yeah. He was shooting a lot of games. I mean, he was the go-to guy.
Yeah, but just like this guy said, man, Jordan didn't shoot up a lot of threes.
No, that's true.
KD, shot up. Thanks, big
That's true.
big Pontiac over here. Thanks for showing up, man. Anyway, so yeah, so that was good, man. This show right here, the 520 show, it's not bad. I don't watch it that much, but these guys, they chop it up pretty good, man, on the sports channel.
All right.
They actually do. This is Jeff Teague, who had a great career. Jeff Teague was a good.
Who was it again? I mean, what team was he in? Atlanta, right?
He played for several different teams. His main team, I think, might have been Atlanta. I'm not sure.
I think I remember it was Atlanta. I didn't know he was okay. Yeah.
Yep, Jeff Teague. He had a great, meaning he had a very good. He was more than a journeyman player.
He was a good player, but he wasn't like great.
Yeah, he wasn't
was
great,
good.
but he was more than a journeyman.
Oh yeah.
All right, so here's this thing, man. I don't know if you know this. This is ongoing feud between Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock. Okay.
Not following that.
You don't have to follow it, but people who understand sports know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of missed that one. Yeah,
Nah,
people who
I
know.
don't know what Jason Whitlock is, so that's why I'm like, okay, I don't know who he is.
Jason Whitlock is a troll, right? Jason Whitlock is a troll. This one. Yeah, he was with the Timberwolves as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So Jason Whitlock is your resident troll. And him and Stephen A has been going at it because Jason Whitlock constantly is poking the bear, constantly for years. He hates Stephen A. Smith. He calls him a phony. He's this, that, and other things, right? So they're in this open battle. So Jason Whitlock happens to be on the Cam Newton show, Fourth Down and One. And so we're going to go through some of this. Some got a little bit of time. We're going to go through some of what transpired, right? Because Cam Newton asked Jason Whitlock, what's the beef between you and Stephen A. Smith? Okay, and let's take it from there.
Okay.
And I got to be respectful. You work with Stephen A., and so
this has
I
nothing,
don't want to go.
Listen. Look, you said you go keep it in a buck.
A thousand.
Keep it 1,000 now. At the end of the day, I'm cordial with Stephen A. Smith just like I'm cordial with anybody else. It shouldn't come with a filter preface with it. And it's not to say that I'm about to sit up, hey, I got you. No, it's just a simple question.
Your words, your statement.
What is it up with
man,
you and Stephen A.?
I've done the homework on Stephen A. He's fraudulent. He's lying about his college basketball career. He's admitted he's lying about his college basketball career. If I sat in the media space for 20 years telling everybody, I played for Big House Games and I got a full ride scholarship after knocking down 17 straight three-pointers in a scrimmage on a Sunday when they played a game on Saturday and they hosted a scrimmage on Sunday and I knocked down 17 straight three-pointers and they gave me a scholarship on the spot. Anybody familiar with HBCUs? Anybody familiar with Winston-Salem State and how little money Winston-Salem State has and had back then? They're not giving out scholarships on the spot to anybody. It's all a lie. And I've done the homework. And he runs around with these former teammates. There's some dude named Gary Stevens that, if you go back and look at the newspaper articles like I did, Gary Stevens was some 6'3" guard. The Gary Stevens that Stephen A. runs around with is some 5'9" midget who played basketball up in New York for some school called Old Westbury. They're running around taking flights and posting Instagram photos. Yeah, we're Winston-Salem State teammates. It's all a lie. It's fraudulent. Everybody has seen someone like Stephen A. Smith who in fourth grade, by his own admission, got held back because they thought he was retarded. When he was in 11th grade, his counselor laughed at the thought of him going to college. And
oh my God,
again, someone like me that's a journalist that we're the same age. We came up together. I know how fraudulent he was as a sports writer and how they had to rewrite everything that he did. And to see him passed off as the face of sports journalism and the top of the profession. Cat Williams already done told you what that was about. They all get installed. Bob Iger and the $20 million a year that they give this guy to be a puppet and the standard for sports journalism. It's a joke. And I know I know it factually. He knows it factually. So none of his teammates, his alleged teammates, they won't talk on the record because I've tried to interview virtually all of them. Mm-hmm. They won't address it. Winston State, what was Mama Roseboro that he had on TV pretending like she was his college professor? She was some sort of secretary in the president's office.
That's a long
I could go
answer,
on and on and on.
That's a long ass answer, man.
Doesn't know sports. Doesn't follow sports. You're at the NBA Finals playing solitaire. NBA Finals. That would be, if you caught me at a strip club playing solitaire, you would think I was gay and didn't like women. If I catch you at an NBA Finals playing solitaire, I think you're gay and don't like basketball.
How is he gay? Because he's
Yeah, he's going down. He's going low blow, man.
So here is Stephen A's rebuttal.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that one.
Here's
Probably say he's jealous, right? Probably blaming the jealousy.
Yeah, let's listen to what Stephen A has to say about what Jason Whitlock said. Now, this is going to take a little while. I cut it up as much as I could.
Yeah.
You might not listen to it all, but Stephen A goes ham.
But then I said, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I mad at him? Ladies and gentlemen, I dropped the ball. You know, I got up because I wanted to sit in front of the camera and I wanted to make sure he looked at a suit he never has a snowball's chance in wearing. You know, somebody that was critical of Cam Newton, along with numerous other people in the past. He was talking about how they dressed and how they looked and all of this other stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking about the cruelty that you exercise when you talk about so many people. And for some reason, it escaped me what the real problem is until I saw you on Cam Newton. Before, I just thought you were evil, bro. I just thought you were evil. But you're jealous.
I
So
told
you're
you.
right. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're right. That's
Yep.
what I wanted you to hear him say.
No, I didn't even
Because
say.
you
I'm
see
just
the
saying.
career that you say that I
No, that's what I wanted you to catch that he
have
said,
that's
just like you said,
fraudulent.
he's jealous.
Yep, you're right. Because of
No wonder
$20
you
million.
keep going back to shit from 40 years ago when I was playing basketball in high school and I tried to play in college. I've been the first to tell anybody, please, I couldn't shine these players' shoes. How does it feel to know, Jason, that you're still not better than me? You have never heard me say what I'm about to say about anybody in this business, because I don't talk about my colleagues and my contemporaries that way. I want everybody to get this, but I have whipped your ass. You're a columnist, I'm a columnist. You're a New York Times bestseller? No, you're not, but I am. Television ratings on ESPN, we're approaching 14 consecutive years of being #1 in the mornings. You don't have a job. Fox don't want you. ESPN don't want you. None of the networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they don't want you. And what nobody has echoed or has come close to echoing other than Emmanuel Acho, who deserves all the credit in the world for bringing this up, is how you lean on Christianity. Why is that relevant? Because that's what the Blaze Network does, or the Blaze Media. It's conservative, leaning, religion and stuff like that. That's what they do. You're doing it because you're doing what's politically expedient so you can keep a job. How do we know this? Because how else would you watch me so much? Why do you know every little thing I do? Do you understand, Jason Whitlock, that you have done the equivalent of literally getting on your knees right in front of me? Let me go through some of the headlines just for our edification. Is this God's word?
Tearing them apart.
How Jason Whitlock is poisoning ESPN's Black Grantland. That's from an article in 2015. I would encourage everybody to go read it. It's on Deadspin. Go read it. That God's work? How about this next headline? Show me the next one. That God's work? Jason Whitlock says Tyree Nichols died because officers were supervised by single Black women.
Wow.
That's what you said.
It's more.
That's what he said.
It's more.
That God's work?
Yeah,
This God's work?
work?
No, Michelle Obama isn't trans, but here's why her critics repeat the false claim. That's God's work, huh? Oh, I got more. Show some more. The Blazers' Jason Whitlock rages against women's suffrage. Not everybody has to have a vote. So women shouldn't be voting. That's God's word. That's God's word, according to Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock compares Black Lives Matter and Antifa to the KKK.
Wow.
That's God's word. So you went on your knees and prayed for those headlines. That's what you did. You are pathetic. Attacking Ryan Clark.
This boy, man. Sure, we gotta finish, man.
A brilliant freaking NFL analyst. One of the best in the business, bar none, unquestionable. You attack him. What has he done to you? That's godly? That's acting on behalf of the good Lord? No. That's acting on behalf of somebody evil and disgusting and jealous who systematically goes about the business of trying to diminish and lower Black people in our business because they're better than you. And you don't want anybody to see it that way. And if you're not broke, you will be soon.
Why?
Because chances are you're not hireable. You have no ethics, you have no morals. But most importantly, for the purposes of this conversation, Jason Whitlock, you don't have a career that compares to mine. Article from 2015. This staff, the one Whitlock was praised by way of warnings that if the writers and editors wouldn't align with his vision, he would get rid of them, wasn't the one he wanted. The Undefeated was originally meant to attract the best and brightest young Black talent in the country, with Whitlock's aim set so high that he at one point seriously tried to recruit the Athletics' Ta-Nehisi Coates, the sharpest cultural commentator in the business today. As things worked out, though, these young writers comprehensively refused to work with him. So did big-name ESPNers like Howard Bryant, Jamel Hill, and Stephen A. Smith, whom he tried to bring in as contributors, end quote. Stop right there. I'm a fraud. I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Ladies and gentlemen, he's saying that my education wasn't paid for. He's saying I didn't write my own book. When Amy Bell, the editor at Simon Schuster, you can ask her yourself, Charles Soup, who runs 13A imprint at Simon & Schuster, would tell you, I wrote my own book, no ghostwriter. Everywhere he turns, he tries to lie, denigrate, and diminish because he's trying to get somebody to be smaller than him, not recognizing that physically most people are smaller than his fat ass. But it's okay. Because again, I understand where it comes from. It's jealousy. And it's the specter of a future where you're completely rendered irrelevant. You're not owning up to the fact that you had your chance in 2015 and you blew it. A year and a half, you had to take the website off the ground to get Black people to work for you, to build an organization, and you blew it. And it was completely financed by ESPN, and you didn't get it done. John Skipper gave you an opportunity. Mr. Ensign Fox gave you an opportunity. Countless people looked out for you, and you blew it.
He did his research, boy.
Yeah, you were a columnist. Highly respected because of your writing ability and your perspectives, because you do make people think once they're able to get past how evil and vile you are. But in the end, what it comes down to is you're not cutting it. But it's nothing compared to who he is with his supposed friends and people who are close to him. I don't know your names. I don't care to. Anybody that's on this show, I wish you nothing but the best. I need you to go to church and I need you to pray. I need you to figuratively or literally have security. And I need you to make sure they're watching your back because he will stab you in it. There isn't a Black person in our business that would disagree with what I said. You don't believe me? Ask them. He is a lowlife, the worst kind. It's who he is. And I'm not going to go off and engage in profanity-laced tirades and all that stuff. I said enough. But do you know the reason I came up here with y'all today? He lied about him, a professor of mine. Said she wasn't really a professor. Woman at home minding her business, retired, and he's trying to denigrate her career to get at me. He brought up my boy Spank, Gary Stevens. He was a teammate and a friend, one of my best friends in the world, never bothered anybody.
Was it?
I just stopped it because I usually don't let it run this long, but he's on such a roll. I just have to let it go. But he's just got a couple minutes more.
Yeah, he's killing him, man. He's killing Whitlock. He's killing him.
Okay, here's some more.
Killing him, man.
But because Jason Whitlock is so addicted and fixated on me, he's gonna go after my boys. It's who he is. And then he's trying to hide behind my quote-unquote bump my basketball career. I didn't have one. Cracked my kneecap in half. A couple of months after I got there, it was over before it began, damn it. Who cares? I'm 58 years old in the business that you're in, and it's at the same time that you're in, smoking your ass. Smoking you. Use my language. You can't fuck with me, Jay. But I'm thinking about starting a GoFundMe account for you. Because clearly you're that desperate. That's why you talk about me so much. Look at your numbers when you're talking about me and look at your numbers when you don't. I keep you relevant. That's perhaps the worst insult of it all. Fat bastard Lock. That's the title of the GoFundMe.
Dang, look at the picture there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he went low.
That's for you,
went low. He went low.
Listen.
Contrary to what you're willing to tell Blaze Media, you used to do that a lot, didn't you? After all, that's the only chance you had of getting some.
Yeah, he didn't have to go there.
Needless to say, probably didn't work for you either. Because if anybody needs something, it's you.
The guy, he should be an actor, man.
Stephen A.
Crazy. Stephen A. should go into acting.
You know what? He is an actor, man. He really is. I mean,
yeah, he should go. Definitely.
But I tell you what, man. So this
feud
has been going on for years, and Stephen A. had enough, right? So I just had to let him. I cut out a lot of it. It was a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's why I kept skipping. It's a lot.
Because I knew that was the angle he was going to come at it, the jealousy angle. I knew it because I know he's making a lot more money than the other guy, than Whitlock. So that was the obvious comeback, jealousy.
Yeah, man, Stephen A. Man, so hopefully I don't get a strike for how long I played it. But anyway, all right. So just my questions, they're shorter. Should Jimmy Butler be generous with his baby mama? Right? Should he be more generous? I mean, okay, he's giving her $55K a month. He's got 3 kids with the honey.
I think he should. I think he should if the money's going to the kids, yes.
Well, no. You know that the money, $55,000, is not going to the kids. Right? I mean, what are they going to do with $55,000? I mean, if it was just going to a kid, you'd be putting most of that in a trust. So when child support, the way it works, you give the money to the woman and you expect her to do the right thing by it. And there's no way she could spend $55,000 on a kid. Right? So she's spending that money to keep herself glamorous.
Damn.
Right? But should he really care?
Nah.
That's the key.
I give the money, man, just for the peace. Because otherwise the lawyer's gonna keep getting it anyway.
Right? I mean, listen. I mean, even if you I don't know how young the youngest is, and just like in most places, it averages out at 18 years old. Child support stops. He's not going to owe her any money after the kids get to 18 years old, right? So even if he was paying $55,000 for the every year for the next, I don't know, 16 years, because I would imagine the youngest is at least 2 or 3, maybe. It's a price. If he's not stupid with his money, he should afford, right? And still have millions and millions of dollars left, because that $432 million is just his NBA salary. It has nothing to do with his endorsement.
I didn't know he made that much money in the NBA, man. I was surprised. Wow.
Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler is one of the highest paid. He's one of the higher paid, players in the league.
Yeah, he did pretty good for himself. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him, right? So yeah, give the baby mama. She just wants more. His lawyers are fighting it because there's no letting up. She just keeps coming back for more.
Well, the money he's spending on the lawyer, he might as well give it to her and shut up.
No, but at some point you want the bleeding to stop. Hey, he doesn't owe her the lifestyle of a married woman. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't owe her the lifestyle of a married woman. Just because she had his kids, you still have to somewhat follow the laws of child support.
Yeah.
And so she's greedy. And it's his fault, of course.
It's more like child extortion than child support.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Okay, but he could pay it, and it just sounds like a lot of money to folks who don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, I wonder how often he sees the kids too. That's another thing.
I would imagine he sees his kids just like any other NBA player will see, because he's on the road a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, so that's the deal with that. So I think he should just go ahead and get his lawyers and get her together and say, how much money do I have to pay you per month so I don't have to ever hear you again?
He should just they should just agree. She should just give her a lump sum and get it over with.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Whatever that number is.
Yeah, give her a lump sum and go away.
When it comes to child support like that through the courts, I don't think you can give a lump sum.
No? Okay.
No, I don't think you can. You can get her to agree to take you off of child support and negotiate a lump sum.
Exactly. That's what you should do.
As long as it's not going through the system.
Yeah, give her 10 million or something, Give her
no, you don't have to give her that. I don't think he has to give her that much, but whatever. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that would, but she's whatever. If she has lawyers involved, they would keep telling her to ask for more.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he had it and he could pay her off to ensure that she won't come after him again, and that's another thing. No matter what she says, no matter what kind of agreement she signs, it's like it's never ending. All of a sudden, they could come up with a reason to come back at you after you think you're settled.
Oh, that's what you're saying. So it's not foolproof.
That's the problem with our system, right? The problem with our system, excuse my language, nothing is really over.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like nothing's over. You think you have an agreement, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, but that's where the lawyers come in, where you get the lawyer that's gonna make it foolproof, like ironclad.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no such thing as ironclad.
No? Okay.
No.
Damn.
No. It's no such thing. The English language makes it so. It's like no such thing as iron. All of a sudden, you think you have it ironclad. You have all these agreements, but some lawyer, some asshole will say, well, you said and instead of or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden now it's wide open again. So it's just very difficult to just put a kibosh on something and let it stay kiboshed. Especially when it comes to female greed with a man with money. It seems like there's never any end.
Yeah.
And I hate to sound like misogynistic, but it seems like there's never any end. I mean, it's just like men.
I would have a sign a statement. I so and so will
like
never.
that.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's not gonna work. If that was that easy, then that'd be great. But she'll say, "Well, I signed that under duress."
Oh my God.
right? I signed it
And
under
then,
the
yeah, but you can say, I'm signing this on my own free will. I'm not, part of the statement,
yeah,
make sure it's foolproof.
yeah, it don't work. I wish it was that easy. Anyway, man. Okay, so Trump signs an executive order blocking any other college football game during the Army Navy time slot. Is this a pass or fail?
Fail.
And why do you say that?
Because there's no need to stop all the other games. What's the big deal?
Well, he's talking about just in that time slot. Because he said the Army Navy game is about national pride in our armed services.
Yeah, but not everybody watch football, Rich. Not people
No.
football.
Well, we didn't say turn off the other programming. He says no other football games during that time slot. Right? He didn't say you have to black out the other channels. He's just saying no other football games during that time slot.
I think infringement of freedom of choice, man. This is America. You should be able to choose whatever you want to watch.
So let me tell you why, you're wrong, okay? And he's right, okay?
Okay.
Even though it does on the surface, it sounds like who the hell does he think he is, right? That's what Stephen A said. But I live in, just like you, we live in New York City. I mean, we live in the New York time zone. And until football became real big in New York, when the Jets are playing and the Giants are playing, they actually block out all the other football games during those time slots. If I don't have cable or don't have the pass, the league pass and all that shit, if I'm in New York City and the Jets are playing, there's no adjacent game on the other channel. They black it out.
For me, the question is a simple question.
No. Let's stay right there. If you're saying the president can't do it, but the networks do it all the time.
But they shouldn't do it. That's the benefit. Just because they're not
but it's not whether they shouldn't do it or not. Let's not talk about whether they should. They do it.
But it's wrong too.
Listen, let's argue what's happening, not what it should be. Let's just actually talk about what's actually happening. When the Jets are playing or the Giants are playing, you notice they never play in a 1 o'clock window together, hardly. It's like a aberration. So I'll come on at 1, my game ends at 4, then the Giants come at 4 or vice versa, and they end at 7 or something like that. In the New York area, you cannot watch any other football game during those time slots unless you go to a sports bar or unless you got league pass. Right? So he's not doing anything different than what local TV, they black out programming all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's wrong too. That's stupid. They shouldn't do that.
I don't agree with it. What you should do, I'm telling you that they do it.
And then I'm telling you, I don't agree with it. That's my point.
No, it's not whether you but the president, if the president wants to do it, why can't he do it and everybody else does it? Right? So it's not far-fetched for him to say that when local networks routinely block out other games during certain time slots.
Okay.
So when they come out, because people have Trump derangement syndrome, they act like he's asking for something that TV networks routinely do.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it shouldn't be done at all. Is my point.
Yeah, but we can't talk about shouldn't and what. I'm talking about what is.
Okay.
And that's what it is. So if they can do it, why can't he ask for that? And that's why when Stephen A comes out and says, who the hell, in the Stephen A tone, who the hell does he think he is? You're just some stinking man. He didn't say stinking. I'm adding that. That's why people don't like you. No, man. Stephen A, you're the guy who's in the sports. And you should know. This is where Jason Whitlock would get him. You should know that TV networks block out other games on a routine basis.
Yeah, but why is the president getting into sports business anyway?
Because he's the commander-in-chief.
Commander-in-chief of everything?
Of the Army and the Navy. He's the commander-in-chief of the Army and the Navy.
But right now, this is sports you're talking about, right?
where the Army and the Navy are playing. It's national pride. I mean, you know how big the Army-Navy game used to be? Maybe you don't. The Army-Navy game used to be celebrated, man. It's the Army and the Navy.
And I don't think this is news. I don't think it's a big deal, man. I don't think this is
Now,
even
listen,
news.
I'm saying it's not a big deal that he's at. You're right. It's not a big
It's
deal.
not even,
And
yeah, I don't think
it's not a big deal.
so many things going on, yeah.
Well, we're talking about sports. We're not talking about other things going on. We're talking about sports. You know, if he's not blocking out other things, he's blocking out any rival game in the same time slot. Just move it to another time slot.
Yeah, but how does the president get to have such an input?
Because it's an Army and Navy game, and he's the president of the United States. So he's made a request, and it may or may not happen. But why people act like just because it's Trump, he can't ask for shit?
I don't think it's because I don't think it's because he's Trump. I think it's because he's the president. Any president, they will get it. If Biden said that, if Biden said that, people would still complain. If Obama said that, people would still say, "What the hell would think he
way
is?"
they complain. No, man, I disagree, man.
I'm just telling you, man. Other president, they would have the same thing.
No, it's not. You're wrong. Obama kicked out 3 million people from the United States. Nobody complained.
No. We're talking about if he had said something about blocking the state.
But it does.
People
So
would have
the
complained too.
president does matter.
People would have complained too.
No. He kicked out 3 million people, and nobody complained.
I'm saying it's not personal, man. It's just people
He
don't let
kicked
people.
out 3 million people, and it is personal.
I don't think it is.
Okay. So anyway, so it's an Army-Navy game, and he wants people, if you're going to watch football in that time slot, he wants you to watch Army and Navy. And I think that it's not a far-fetched request because networks routinely black out time for a certain game. And the NFL does it all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think he's overstepping. I think he's overstepping his boundaries, but that's my personal opinion.
Listen, man.
I'm saying with the networks doing it, they overstepping their boundaries too because they should give people
they're
the
not
choice.
Overstepping their boundaries. They're not
think
breaking
so.
any laws. They're not breaking any laws.
Because people should have a chance to watch what they want, Rich.
They can
people should have the choice.
Nobody's saying you can't watch what you want, just at a different time. You know what you're talking about? Nobody. If you want to watch Law and Order SVU, that's not blocking that out. Go watch it. But if you want to watch Nebraska against Oklahoma during that time slot, it ain't going to be available. You got to watch it either earlier or later.
Yeah, like I said, it's not. I don't think it's a big deal, man.
No, that's why
I don't even think it's news. It's not even worth talking. It's not even worth talking about. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, all I'm saying, I mean, listen. It's an executive order, so it's worth talking about. It's got an executive number on it.
Well,
and he got a major network sportscaster saying that he's out of bounds by even bringing it up.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Well, it's not a big deal, but you just gave me a whole bunch of shit about something that's not a big deal.
How did I do that? All I'm for is freedom of choice, man.
Well, let's look at this, but yeah, listen, Big Panther. Listen, this whole thing about Anthony Edwards actually paying that lump sum, that has not been confirmed.
Paying who for that lump sum?
His baby mama. This has not been confirmed. I've heard this, and I haven't. If you could find me a link that said this is actually true.
How much was he supposed to pay her? How much was
he was supposed to pay her 18 years worth for child support, whatever that would equate to. The courts never agreed to this, but I think they're even still haggling over whether he should pay California rates or not. So unless maybe you have some other information that proves this, but I think that I think that this whole thing with Anthony Edwards and his baby mama is just still conjecture.
That's not smart.
Oh, here it is. She said try to get more money with the judge. I think it's still open in the air. All of it.
Yeah, I don't think a lump sum is very smart. You should just give it a minimum amount and then have that money grow, with interest, and then let the interest.
Yeah, Big Money Act. If you have some a link that says it's definitive, Yeah, feel free. I'll look it up after the show is over. Like I said, me and my man here, Vic. We're here pretty much. I know I am every Wednesday at 7. So, Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay, Army Navy is usually one of the last games, of the year. So I don't think it's Listen, it doesn't matter much, but if the president's trying to make it an executive order, there's people who are going to just reject it outright. So Stephen A. Smith, I think he had a segment of his show saying how he didn't like this at all, and who the hell is the president, or blah 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 blah. So I just think that the only reason why I'm saying it is that networks block out other games all the time. So if the president asks, it's not really that big of a deal. You see what he said it. Okay. All right. Listen, if he could get away with it, I'll check it out. One way or the other, Anthony Edwards has a bigger problem than just paying this
Why
chick.
is it? What happened?
Because he's very undisciplined with his Johnson. And somehow, no matter how much money you have, if you keep impregnating random chicks, that's just going to come back and get you. Now, I'm not trying to cock watch what he does with his seed, but it's very irresponsible. And that's why I think him and KD get into it back and forth. KD razzes him all the time about the fact that women need to watch their crotch when he's around.
Yeah, but isn't he about to sign biggest contract ever?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So he's when it comes to women, he's kind of an idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you're a real moral character, guys are just like popping out babies all around the place, even and having sex with a woman where he doesn't even want to have anything to do with the kid or her. It's not a good look.
That's stupid.
Anyway, what else you guys say here? Just like Adrian Peterson. Oh my God, Adrian Peterson. Oh shit. I think he is broke.
Is he in jail?
Almost. I think he actually is completely broke now. Anyway, gentlemen, hey, listen, any final words there, Vic?
Nah, nothing to say, man. Just, good to be, good to hear you, chopping it up. And
yeah,
I don't agree with everything you say, but I give you credit.
Hey man, we don't have to agree with everything, man. But listen, man, thanks for popping in, man. Hey, did you get the sushi or not, man? Did you stop?
Oh man, out of 3 rolls could barely finish through one of them. Man. I don't know what happened. I saw it. I can't eat, man. I can't eat a lot.
Well, that's a good thing, brother. That's a good thing.
No, but I think the things that I eat before, seaweed and all that stuff, the soup and the mushroom soup, it fills me up too quickly.
Yeah, man. Like I said. Anyway, so any other last one? Let me get out of here.
Nothing for me, man.
Listen, that Stephen A. thing was the long part. But we get back together next weekend, come up with some other new stuff, man. Next Wednesday at 7, hit the like button, hit the hype up button, and all that kind of good stuff.
All right.
So, yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. Hey, Big Pontiac, man, thanks for joining the chat, man. Come back next week, Maybe I'll drop the link one of these days. If I do, you have to show your face. Yeah, just like you should be showing your face too, but I know you. One of the things we do with folks is that we want to see them so we know they're not going to put up, symbols while your live is on. They'll take your channel down.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Anyway, bro.
All right, have a good night. Later.
You got it. All right, so it's the outro for everybody. We're out of here.
Grab your friends, it's time to play. Join the fun, we're here all day. Watch the game with drinks in hand. On the swivel, let's take a stand. On the edge of our seats, we live for the thrill. In this moment together, we're feeling the chill. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. time as we fade into light. Tasty bites and big screen thrills. Every moment gives you chills. High fives and cheers, it's quite a sight. Join the crowd, it feels so right. As the game goes on, our hearts beat as one. Memories in the making, oh, this night's just begun. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits unite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. So good night, my friends, till we meet again in this world of the game.